people you have to talk to. I'm a people person. I get out and talk to a lot of different people. I go out and socialize. I go to a lot of different functions, and I try to find the best way possible and still be frugal with my money, or cheap, I don't care. Working off a basic like that. You can't. I've seen so many people spend so much money and put it into a product, it just flips me out. $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 of their parents' money into a product that's useless. All right, I've seen it, and I'm like, man, I can't believe that. I mean, give me the money, I would have produced it for you. So eventually, I am actually taking on the products. The name of my company is called Morgan Manufacturing, and I have other people coming to me now and helping them with their product because they want to take those steps and sort of cut out the middleman. I'm going to be their middleman for them and sort of help them a lot with the product. Because I got a guy right now with Monster Cookies. He wants to do monster truck cookies and stuff like that. So there's so many different things that are coming up. But this is my main thing right now, the Extractor tool. You'll hear through the story. I'm going to show you the video. We'll talk about things, go through my presentation. I'm going to go from step one, my story. Everybody has a story, right? Well, a story is a great way to sell. My product is doing very well because of my story, I think, because you'll hear what's happened to me and everything else, but it gives a little bit of backbone to your product. And it's something I just invented or came up with, even though I've been doing this stuff for years. It was just that, wow, this guy's got something involved. He's got more skin in the game, that type of thing. So I'm going to show you a little video first of the presentation. Video. Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Jesse Morgan. I've been in a security investigation company for the past 25 years. I teach and train people how to survive in certain situations, as well as security. About 10 and a half years ago, I was in a head-on collision with a drunk driver. I rode my vehicle, caught fire. I was trapped. Suspended by my seatbelt, my car was on fire. Luckily, people at the Lee County Fair stopped, broke my window, and cut my seatbelt, or I would not be here today. I'm very grateful to those people. They're heroes in my mind, and I respect them 100%. But that led me for the past couple years to invent the Extractor tool. It's a seatbelt cutter, window breaker, multi-tool, ice scraper. It's got a few things, but what's like about it is it mounts to the visor. It's there when you need it. It's very accessible, and that's what I like about the tool. I needed something accessible in that time, and I didn't have it.
So who do you think needs this tool?
Well, everybody who drives a vehicle would need this type of tool. Drives a truck or any kind of commercial vehicle, government vehicles, rent-a-car companies, transport. Anybody that actually drives a vehicle that would need to somehow survive is going to need this in their vehicle.
How would you let them know about it?
Well, we're starting an email campaign with Facebook. We're also doing a LinkedIn campaign. We're actually trying to get a safety campaign that helps educate people as well and let them know about our product. It's a big marketing thing right now. We're trying to get the small retailers involved. Eventually I'm going to get a large retailer. I'm going out to this Apex show in Las Vegas, the SEMA Apex show, and I think I can get a large retailer there. But right now we're concentrating on the internet and the small businessman.
So are there any other products like this in the market?
There's roughly about 3 to 4 other products out there. Most of them are small and they're not mounted in the right position or the right way. There's a safety hammer that goes in your visor, that goes inside your center console or in your door or something in your glove box. This is the only tool that is out there that's easy accessible by your visor to grab it when you need it.
So what makes yours better?
Well, I mean, the accessibility, because I mean, statistics say that an average person is going to witness 2 to 3 accidents in their lifetime. So you can actually help somebody become a hero yourself, or help somebody survive, or hopefully maybe save yourself.
So how do you plan on making money with this?
Well, we're going to sell for about $19.95, retail sales, and then wholesale is about 10 to 12. That's a great margins for the small stores to make money on this. I want to produce about 125,000 pieces by this year. That's around $875,000 of profit. I think it'll be a great year getting this piece out there. Yes, we just signed on another member to our advisory board. Infomercial guru. We put a shark in our tank. Yes, Kevin Harrington. He brings a whole new level to our strategy of our marketing team. You don't need it till you do. Extractor is your life-saving tool.
I was just on the phone earlier with Kevin Harrington's assistant. Kevin Harrington's out of St. Pete area. I'm not sure if you know that. He's the original shark. I dealt with him. I actually met him at the garage right down the street. He has an office there. And I pitched him, and that's where I'm at today. I mean, I'm actually brought him into the tank. He helps me advise on a lot of things on my advisory board. He's there for me, phone calls, his assistant's there for me, his whole group on everything. He just turned 50 on Saturday, his birthday party. didn't get to go. But there was a lot of people there, you know. David Johns, one of his best friends, and everybody from Shark Tank was actually there. So I sort of missed that. I wanted to go there. You know, I think it'd be great to just, you know, talk to different people and present things out there. Because I have different ideas I'm going with my product, but I'm still going to concentrate just mainly on this. I'm actually going to pass out some demonstration pieces. There's some different colors. Pass it around, please. Everybody asked me this. One, we took surveys. And I always think, an advisory group or some kind of survey group to find out about your product before you go crazy with it, all right? If I have a great whistle, it's great, but does people like that whistle? Or let's put it in front of a bunch of people and let's vote on it. Do they like it? Would they use it? Would they buy it? Would they, you know, everything? If you don't do that with your product, it becomes useless. Wow. I'm not used to that, so I apologize. So, we're actually going to go with the, do I still have time for my presentation, or no?
That was a
your
6 minutes.
presentation.
I can talk too much.
With the video, now that the tools are getting passed on, let's go ahead and get into questions.
Oh, there we go.
But just before
It's
we
just
start,
right.
if there's anything in particular that you had in your presentation that somebody does not ask you about in the questions, by all means, you know, you could cheat a little, say, can somebody ask me about mine?
Let's go with the question. I'm great. I didn't get to show my presentation. That's great. I didn't want to do it right now. Sir.
So I haven't really checked the video yet, but it doesn't really look like something I visually want to stare at.
Correct. I mean, it can go either way on your visor, which actually is right here. And actually, you won't see it in your visor. Actually, I'm doing an OEM product too as well. So you won't be able to see it. So it's up there in your visor. You just pull your visor down and be able to grab it. It's either way. It actually will clip in your pants, clip in your purse, clip anywhere.
Yeah, so are you targeting retail sales as your primary revenue stream, or are you looking for strategic partnerships and selling that?
Well, I want one, I'm retail right now. That's where the money's at, retail. Wholesalers and those big department stores will destroy you. I mean, compare to have your product made for $2. All right, they'll kill you. I already talked to all of them. They want this margin, they want this percentage, they want 120% margins in there. So that's a big market. So right now it's just the small internet doing that. I want one retailer like Napa or actually O'Reilly Auto Parts, which I'm going to talk to in Las Vegas. Sir?
I have two questions. You mentioned in the video you have some strategies for marketing, some campaigns, safety campaigns that you're doing. Can you talk a little bit more about specifically what you're doing to market the product?
Well, right now what we're trying to do is open up a little bit more so some people, even like in here, if you have some ideas you can bring into the campaign, I have no problem talking to you, maybe hiring you on because I'm just evaluating it now. It just took me so much money to get to this point where I'm at and spending so much money on the product. Now, once my first 5,000 pieces are here next week and I start selling, I've got probably about 2,000 pieces pre-sold. And that'll start bringing my revenue back in and I'll start gathering the whole thing. And Mr. Harrington actually agreed to take any purchase order on too as well. So if I get a Napa or an O'Reilly for 25,000 pieces, he will fund that for me because he'll know I'll get a percentage of that. So, yes, sir.
Do you have any strategic partnerships that you've reached out for?
No, I haven't yet. There's been people that approached me and some other things, but I've been shying away from it right now because it's still too developed. I had a guy who talked to me, he wanted to take everything, of course. Four-wheel drive
For
cars.
like marketing purposes then?
For marketing, no, no sir.
Okay, just like a quick idea, because my mom actually bought me something similar to this, which was like a little tool that went in the side.
Right.
Think about moms want to protect their children, think about drunk drivers, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers might be a good strategic partnership to use.
That's true. I mean, I've been looking at some different drowning coalition groups as well. I like that, drunk drivers. It's, when you roll your vehicle or get caught in an accident, everything's disordered. I mean, you have no idea where anything's at. I roll over, I was trapped upside down, caught fire. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing, you know, and lucky that your visor's always there for you. I go out and redo a lot of different things. This is actually a promotional piece. If you buy 12 units for this price, I'll send a free promotional piece for 20 if you buy 24 units. And, you know, it's that market. But this is actually where you can actually pull the product, touch it, feel it, and put it back. I always laugh about this. Sports Authority was going out of business, right? This actually held their tennis shoes. I bought every one in the state of Florida, 25 cents a piece. I have 4,000 of them. All right, but a great promotional piece. eBay, I can sell for $6 right now. all right, 4,000. I said, wow, that's not bad. But right now, that's a great promotion. Yes, sir.
So I attended your presentation a year ago, and I always like to ask when somebody comes back to do a follow-up, and just as a promotion, if you present here, you can present again as a follow-up or in another city. Tell us about, like, what are 1 or 2 challenges over the past year that you did not expect, and you know, in this business that you might be helpful to share with the rest of the group, and then tell us about 1 or 2 of your wins, what went really well since last.
Well, the biggest number one is money. More than my challenge is really, even though I have a great business, I have a gun business and everything else, I was taking too much from that business to support this habit, as I call it. It's almost like a cigarette habit or a drug habit because I'm so engaged on it and everything I do. So the number one was that. Strategic-wise, sitting down and pitching Kevin Harrington and getting up there and doing that, and then and actually because of my personality, that's why I think brought it into it a little bit more, because he sort of, besides he's this tall, you know, and he's really short. I overpower a lot of people. I do that. Even with David Johns, I did the same thing with him. I overpowered him, but he can't legally do anything when I sat down with him because they're guaranteed with the Shark Tank, they can't take anything off the streets. There's another multi-millionaire that I'm sitting down with in Tampa here that wants to really invest in my business, but I want to do it my own. I don't want a strategic partner that actually takes half my, just for loaning me money. And it's one of those things I've been fighting against. So it's like, do I half of nothing or half of $1 billion or $1 million? So that's what you got to think about all the time.
And just as a quick follow-up to that, so you're saying one of your challenges is that you want to do it on your own, but you're meeting with these other partners, investors. What do you need to be able to do it on your own? What do you feel like, if I had this resource, if I had this connection, if I had this, other than the obviously money, are there things other than money that you would need to be able to be successful doing this like that?
Money. I'm sorry. It's just, it turns out because every time you turn a corner just to take a video or just to do this, somebody wants that type of money to do that. Doing all on your own is impossible. I mean,
so what would you use the money for?
Well, it's the exposure, getting on internet exposure, getting Facebook, getting that type of exposure, which you really need. And it's hard to do it yourself because you don't know what you're doing in your computer. You've got to hire some computer whiz or somebody who knows Facebook, which I have a great guy right now from Fort Myers. Actually knows Facebook very well and promoting my business. He's doing very well. Blue and Gray Marketing. He's up here doing a live video shot now. So I think that helps that part of it. He's doing a lot of stuff on trade, right? But I mean, it's like knowing a lot of people has helped me a lot, more than anything else. Knowing I can barter and trade to do things, to get things done. And I really do that a lot. I'll trade and barter for anything you have. My time to your time, I'll clean the shop, whatever I have to do to help get my prototype done and CNC stuff done. I've done all that, so thank you. Yes, sir.
Do you have any ends, or have you explored any ends with the auto manufacturers? Because they often sell accessories or even give away accessories.
Correct.
To be able to sell whatever, these to pick it, GM, to include with every new car or whatever. You just sell a gazillion of them. Any ends there?
Right now, I'm dealing with Ford. Ford is my local stores right now. They want to do it is put it in their cars and give it away as a free product to help keep their customers safe. I took to Billy Facillo, which is huge. Billy is willing and agreed to take me to the owners, actually in Las Vegas, and maybe go in every Kia. I have no problem with that. I don't want to go to Ford and all of a sudden now I go to Kia. I'd rather stick with Billy. I do security for Billy on his cruise ships, so I'm always there for Billy. So I'm trying to make sure he's there for me too. I volunteer my time. It's on a cruise ship, you know, it's free. I mean, not that. Yes, sir.
Just to add on to that, you could also put labels on them, so give it out as like giveaways for the companies.
Yeah, well, I have a stamp machine I just purchased. Actually, it's not a rubber stamp, but it's actually a rolling stamp machine that actually will print anything on I want. I just purchased that, so.
So do you have any talks with like, Mr. Speedy or some other printers around the area?
Anyway, I'm sorry, what?
Like, are you talking to any like printers, print shops?
I'm doing it on my own. I mean, I bought a printing machine for $1,500 that does that work, and I just want to do everything on my own, because I mean, that's going to cost me so much more money. Right now, I need to do it on my own. I try to do as much as I can. It's tough. Any other questions out there? Sir?
I work for a manufacturer and a sales team, and we deal a lot with big box manufacturers. Do you actually have a process that you go to get into those stores?
I'm sorry, last part though.
Do you have a process that you go through? I know that we use different companies and stuff to try and, we sell into West Marine and companies like that.
Wholesale pricing.
Obviously, just an individual with one product trying to step in and sell to these big box companies, it's usually a pretty.
I've got a whole margin set up for them, just for the dealers. Like I said, I have a hard time hearing. I don't know why it's an echo for me back in here. So I mean, distributors and everything else. I have the marine industry that I'm looking at, as well as the car industry, because Waste Pro came to me and they want it for every one of their vehicles.
Yeah.
All right. FP&L came to me because they had two guys go in a canal on Alligator Alley, you know, and they want almost 10,000 pieces. So the margin numbers on that. So
We've also had a lot of success with industrial supply houses, so that may be something that you.
I've been talking to some different supply houses a little bit. I mean, they want their margins enough in there. That's what I'm trying to figure out too. I'm looking to anybody right now.
They seem to be a little bit more open for one-on-one product opportunities and stuff like that.
Yes.
That's definitely. Yeah.
I don't know why I have a hard time hearing you now.
That's okay.
So I apologize. I mean, I've been talking to so many different people on this market. People have been helping me out a lot. I mean, I'm a friendly guy, type of person, and people like to relate back and forth, right? Yes, sir.
Do you have any follow-on ideas if this product really takes off? Are there any other adjacent safety tools for the vehicle or the home?
Yes, I do. I've got a provisionary on 2 other products right now. It's a first responder piece that actually will mount in the hat of a vehicle, of your vehicle. This is a first responder piece. You'll be able to pull it out and pull it out of your hat. Then I actually have a cell phone piece that I'm working on too as well. That actually will break a window and cut a seatbelt too as well. It's the Extractor cell phone case, which Autobox is, we're willing to deal with them right now on license agreement. I have no problem with that. So that's in the questions right now. But this is actually for first responders, security officers, law enforcement officers. It'll mount to any helmet, hat, or anything that you want. Yes, sir.
Did you already mention where you're having them manufactured?
I didn't mention where. No, actually, I went everywhere, and I talked to so many people, and the numbers were astronomical here. St. Pete, Sarasota, Miami, California. I had to go to China. I hate to say that. I had to go to China to get this product down. This piece that you're handing around right there, it cost me $1.01 to produce. All right? So you can't beat that. Honestly, I mean, with packaging, with everything, it's about $225 to $250 with my shipping. So there's huge margins in there, as we call it. I tell Billy, huge margins all the time. So I can sell for $19.95. I can wholesale for $12 to $10 and still make a $7, $8 profit. I'll be happy with that. Any other questions?
Yeah, who's your competition?
The Rescue Me tool is my biggest competition out there. Towards the internet-wise, I always go on their tools, and also the Life Safety Hammer. The hammer is the orange hammer that goes in your center console or in your visor on that side. But they're not utilized as like my tool is, because that's what you hide away and you don't see it. Mine, you can either see and utilize. It's an ice scraper, seatbelt cutter, multi-tool you can use for a lot of different things. I even got a fish the other day. I actually took a fish, gutted, threw the guts out. It's a tool that strips wires. It does everything. When you see video, it's amazing. I actually took Cat5 wire, split it, and actually spliced the wire. I mean, I took the battery cable off my battery, and that was just amazing, you know. Sir?
Do you have any liability if anybody uses this in an accident and either the tool breaks or the window does not break and the person dies? Would your company ever be liable to your tool?
I have $1 million liability policy. That's what it comes down to. I mean, that's what it is. That's what it started out with. We just had that question the other day. Well, what if somebody uses it in a fight as brass knuckles?
Exactly.
This is another question my lawyer has to answer. That's all I can tell you. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't advertise it as a self-defense tool. I don't advertise a hammer as a self-defense tool. All right? I advertise it as a safety tool. It's marketed and produced as a safety tool to help you and used for emergency only. We also give back too. I'm sorry, I think it's over time. We also give back. I have a charity, a 501c3. It's on the back of my packaging. We give back to the Florida Health Foundation. We teach autism children how to swim. I've been a member of this charity for 10 years. And what I do is I help autism children, and we teach them how to swim, and we put them in the pool. We use a big company, Super Swim, and it's a harness that actually keeps the child in the pool, and we help teach them swim. And we give back all the time. Question?
To follow up on Gene's question, why are you liable? Because I would think it's similar to something like exercise equipment or something you buy, if you're going to Sports Authority, for example, as you mentioned. if you buy that exercise equipment in your literature, it says, you know, consult a physician and if you're at your own risk. So why not put something like that in your verbiage at the bottom of it?
We put that as well, but I mean, you're liable for anything today. I mean, anybody's gonna sue you for something. I mean, that's what happens. I call it the poor man's lottery. If I can't win a lottery, I'm gonna sue you for it. That's why. Any other questions? Man, that's what. Anybody have a question? You can stick around and talk to me. I have a guy, Ronnie, in the back. Actually, sir.
Have you filed patents?
Sir, yes, sir. If you want to talk about patents, I'll tell you they're a terrible waste of time. I mean, it's going to take me probably a year and a half to get it. It's about almost a year now. Anybody wants to copy your idea, they'll copy it. Doesn't matter. All right, you're still fighting that no matter what. You just got to try to stop them from doing that or importing it. That's what it comes down to. If you don't have the money to fight it, it's unbelievable. If a guy is copying my idea and I sue him, all right, I go to court. I got 3 months to go to court. He cancels that court date and he goes back another 3 months. Then all of a sudden he closes his corporation and opens a new one. I got to refile again. What's the use? So the patent world, I hate it. I mean, we just talked about that last time. Sir?
I'm curious what your annual revenues are like for 16 or 15 or?
No revenues. I'm just getting 5,000 pieces coming in right now. Like I said, I've got roughly about 2,000 pieces sold through my car industries and everything else, but the rest of them, I got 125,000 pieces I get produced by the end of the year.
As a follow-up, and as a commercial lender, I applaud your discipline to not sell equity in your company until you at least give it a shot on your own.
Yeah.
And you use your sharp say on occasion, what you need is a loan. You don't need to sell 50% of your business.
I'm trying. It's
And let people broker your deals. You can pay them for an individual deal before you give away
Right.
a percentage of your company.
I mean, that's the same thing with Kevin Harrington. He's an advisor on my board. That's all he is. All right, I pay him to advise my product, look over my invoices, look over everything. Capital-wise, he'll tell me exactly where to go. So it's great. Any questions? Oh,
You mentioned a lot of different kind of industries that you're in, from producing this product to producing other people's product. What is your main focus?
well, actually, when I get money from this, I want to build a maker center. Someplace where people actually can come and build products or take ideas to another level. Or if you have an idea for a new whistle or a new product, I want to help you build that and design that. I want to help people go further in that. I help a lot of people. I help people get into business all the time. I mean, I push them and I tell them what they need to do here or set up their appointments here. I help people. That's what I do.
So where is most of your time spent? Is it helping people manufacture their ideas? Is it you trying to get this off the ground?
If you look at my appointment book, I couldn't tell you. It's all over the place. I work 15 hours, 16 hours a day. I work 4 or 5 hours on a laptop at night, and I talk to China at 4 in the morning. So my wife hates me. So. Sir.
So this is a good argument or use case for all of us entrepreneurs. You presented an argument, you presented your angle. To me, it comes down to opportunity cost, and isn't an instrument like a convertible debt equally as good with an option back to the purchasor? So you're still having financing, right, at 8% interest at 18 months, option to exercise at your discretion. How do you represent the other side of that argument to say that it's opportunity cost, that X right now could do this or not do this if I'm not doing it? How do you stand behind your argument to say not part with that?
Well, no, I'm not saying you should. I applaud his discipline for giving it a go on his own first. Because it doesn't even have a sale yet. Or he gets the right door at Ford, or if you sell a Kia, he's selling 100,000 units a year, bam, and he's 100% owner of his company.
Right.
With nobody taking a percentage of that until the end of time. So there's a lot of variables, and I don't want to bog these people down with that discussion, but bank rates, conceivably you could borrow at 3%, 4%, as opposed to private money rates, 12, 15%, and all sorts of.
No bank will give me money on a new product.
So there's a universe, I think, of opportunities out there in every case.
I mean, you just said it, institutional lending is not going to borrow or let you borrow something without collateral.
No, the SDBC won't loan you any kind of money. They'll loan you $150,000, but unless I have collateral on some other business. And they will not give you. And I already applied for it right now. There's a small business loan with SDBC for $150,000 that I just applied for. Your credit score's got to be 700 or more. It's got to be impeccable, everything else. And then they're going to take I have a gun store, I have guns and ammo, and I sell class 3 weapons, and I do all those other things. So, and they're taking all the equity and everything else in my inventory as equity for a loan this way. It's a 10-year loan, you can't beat it.
That's just, it's a complex decision.
Any more out there? I've been yapping a lot. That's what I love to do is talk. So I talk too much. But I thank you guys. Sir?
Well, we have to ask the final question here, so you're actually right on time
Yeah.
when it comes to Q&A. So the final question, as always, is what can we as 1 Million Cups C&D community do to help you grow your business, make it successful?
Well, I think you guys are doing a great job of what you do now, even checking on your website and other guys. We were talking earlier, and I didn't realize that I'm going to try Las Vegas and other places that I go and present myself out there to maybe help other people in 1 Million Cups. I'm going to try the Las Vegas way. Just you guys have helped me so much, and just in the past year, it's amazing, just by telling people about me and other things. I got so many phone calls from the Coffin Foundation and some other things, so I put applause to you guys for what you've done so far and helping out. I mean, it's a great step to start and everything else, and I think it's been great. You know, so. Please vote for me.
Revenue, less than 4 years of business, doing something innovative and scalable. All right? If you're interested in finding out more about how to present, we'll be sticking around here at 1 Million Cup Shirts for a few minutes afterwards. And sorry, just last night, we got a text that our second presenter for today pulled out at the last minute. Couldn't do it, so I apologize to those who should have. But we will do our best to have 2 full presenters for you next week. So thanks again. We'll see you in a week.
One more tool out there.